How's that? Can you hear me now, Annie? Is that better? Can you hear me now? I don't know why it wouldn't be working. Better. Okay. Let me see what I can do here. I don't know why that's like that. Let me see what microphone I can switch here. Morning, Wes. Thanks for coming in. Let's see if we can't get something to work here with the audio. Is that better? No good? Wes, your card should have, any day now you should get your card. I sent that out the other day. Congratulations again. I'm going to start by just wishing well wishes to Bonnie. She's having her procedure today, or surgery, so hope everything's going well. She was in the chats earlier this morning as she was checking in and stuff, so hope everything's going well for her. Some crazy owl said I was on. Yeah, that is true. I don't know, but you followed a crazy owl, so I guess that's good. Thanks, Annie. Some crazy owl. I have not seen the crazy owl this morning, but doesn't mean anything. What's everyone up to? Everyone up to today? I'm continuing to list. So I'm listing again, still trying to get ready for my Whatnot auctions, the jewelry auction tomorrow night, and then the Snoopy auction on May 28th. And I'm hoping to get through some of the, looking for an owl, hoping to get the 2 intro videos done today for both of those shows. And but what that means is I have to unpack all of the Snoopy stuff and then pack it back up to do the video. And so that's on the plan. And then, good morning, Jill. Thanks for coming in. And then also schedule the YouTube video where I'm going to go through the Snoopy stuff more in depth of what will be on in that sale. So it's packing and unpacking the stuff, and which is just time consuming and a big pain. But that's the plan for today, the work plan. And I have a couple things to ship, which is good. Always good to have to ship. So what is everyone? Annie's at work. Wes is looking for an owl and calling Jill Frisky. Frisky Jill. Wes, have you heard from Kathy? Is she doing okay? Anybody? Again, if you want to join the live, it's pinned to the top. Will be stuff is dropping off table over there, and no one's even over there. You haven't today? I haven't seen her today or yesterday in the chat, so I'm here. Motivate me. Do you want to, Jill? Welcome to come on. You're welcome to come on, and we can talk about what you're listing and maybe get you motivated a little bit. I am, like I said, I'm working on my Whatnot stuff, and I do have a couple things for eBay later. I'm just as I've said before, in every forum that I'm in, selling on the 2 different platforms is, selling on the different platforms like eBay and Mercari and Poshmark or whatever, it seems the setup is the same. It's a different app, maybe a couple different features here and there, but the setup is the same. You buy something, you list it, you put it in some sort of a tote or a shelf or however you store your inventory, and you wait for it to sell. that process is the same. Adding Whatnot in adds a completely different mindset to it, because it's more, you got to have it all ready. It's 100 items or 50 items or however many all at once, and it's a, for me, it's a completely different setup of inventory to set up for an auction versus set up for even a YouTube auction, to set up for one of those versus set up for eBay. It's completely different setup. So I'm finding myself building up and tearing down a lot, and I got to find a better way to take care of that. So, but Jill, you're welcome to join the stream if you want. We can talk, share your link. That's the other thing. Anybody that's in the chat, welcome to share your links, your stores, whatever is working, or whatever you're working on, your YouTube channels. Jill, what's your goal today? How many are you trying to? What's your goal every day to list? While she's doing that, I'm going to put this up here. If I can get the right link. I'm here. Motivate me. I'm trying. Also working with Robin kind of behind the scenes to update the Jabberty artwork and thumbnails and stuff. So I need, her and I are texting back and forth in between all the other stuff that we're doing. So hoping to have some updated stuff there soon. Should be fun. Did I lose everybody? The chat went silent. So mark your calendars. June 5th is the next Jabberty. We have my friend Chris, who won last week for May. We have Larry from his morning show. Larry, he emailed me, so he is the next one on. And Mr. Picky from Picky, Nikki's husband, are the three contestants for next month. And looking excited. I'm already starting to build the boards, the question boards for that. And Wes, I don't know what those faces mean, Wes. I can't see what those are. But already, there they are. Packages out for the mailman. Yeah, I have to do that too. I always ship after these shows. Usually during JJ's auctions or something else. I'm listening to that in the background, making sure there isn't anything that I want to bid on. And when I have a chance, I do my shipping there. Stacy, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Doesn't look like we're going to have as much laughter as we did on Tuesday. I'm still so glad that Robin captured that as part of the funnies. We're all still laughing at that quite a bit. So even though it's a few days old. And I missed a lot of the morning shows this morning. I was in with Larry's a little bit, but just the way that it worked out with schedule with the kids getting to school and everything, I missed a lot of Victoria's and a lot of Johnny's this morning. It's tough to trying to get the kids to school. That's one for the repeat list, right, Stacey? Yeah, I will. You know what? I'm going to bring that up every once in a while just to remind people of that, and when we all need a good laugh. So Victoria, thanks for coming in. Look at that. She caught it live. Awesome. Thanks for coming in. You have an auction tonight, Victoria, right? 5:00, and then good news with Robin at 6 or 7. I don't remember. If you have a chance to drop that link before you go, that would be great. Victoria. No, she always says, Wes, that she tries to make it and then she misses it. She finally made it this morning. She lost. So Jill, when you were out taking packages out, I was asking you, like, what's your goal for the day for listing? How many do you try to list a day? And again, if you wanted to come on the stream, you're more than welcome. It's pinned to the top of the chat. And it looks like Victoria did a. There we go. 5 o'clock on Victoria's channel for the auction, and 7 o'clock on Robin's for the Good News show, which is always a good time too. So she's just going in and out of lives there, Wes, saying hi. I do appreciate you coming in, Victoria. That means a lot. Thank you. Just checking, flipping tabs here on the screen, looking at different stuff I got to do on eBay today, and there it is. There's the link for the auction tonight. Don't forget, JJ's on this morning at I think it's 10:55 Eastern is when he goes on, and I believe today he's live from an estate, selling from an estate that he's doing. So, Miss Susanna, good morning. Thanks for coming in. So that should be fun. You never know. I mean, you never know what you're going to get in the unboxings that he does on Thursday, but you really don't know what you're going to get when he's at an estate selling live. So that should be fun. Testing the middle finger. Oh, sweet. That works. Awesome. Miss Susanna, you going to join me this morning? Friends and Wes. That's right. It's Mother's Day coming up this weekend. Anyone have big plans for Mother's Day? We are, I know we're going to have a nice meal. I don't think we're going anywhere, but just a nice day at home with kids, with my wife and us and I. So Mother's Day and Father's Day, it's just nice to spend the day with the kids and not be running around for us. So you have that emoji on Messenger, but not on YouTube. So did you just copy it over, or? What else? No plans for Mother's Day weekend? Nobody's got plans for Mother's Day weekend? Do have to get some every year. I get my wife and my mom, we get, because the weather starts to be warmer, we get the hanging plants to put outside, and I still have to do that, but I will probably do that tomorrow. Copy and paste. All right. Nope, for mommy. So it's whatever they want. That's right. That's how I look at it. For mommy. They will, I'm sure they'll tell you what they want, Stacy. They're not going to be shy about that. Victoria, did you get your couch? I know you said this morning you can't get it until November. You know, my mom ordered some furniture a while ago, and it took a chair, and it took forever for him to make it and deliver it. So I know what you were talking about, 6 months out. Have a wonderful day, Victoria. Every Tuesday and Thursday, 9:45. Come on in anytime, and you're welcome to join the stream whenever you'd like. Have a great day. See you later. So I am going to drop this link again because, well, if anyone is interested. I mentioned my 2 Whatnot auctions coming up. I need to get another YouTube auction scheduled with Terry, and I had to reschedule the day that we originally had set, and I need to get back to her. So if you're watching, Terry, I have not forgotten about you. I will get back to you. We will set a date. But I do have a jewelry auction tomorrow on Whatnot at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and then I'm doing the Snoopy, and there will be a couple other pop-ups. But if you haven't purchased there, you can get $10 credited towards your first purchase. Use this link. And there's that. So might as well use it if you plan on joining that platform and buying. You might as well get $10 off. Yes, Victoria, come back when you can't stay so long. That's right. No, we didn't order it. We are still trying to decide what we need for the area we have. Later, everyone. All right, Victoria, keep us posted. We'll see you later. Did we lose Jill? I'm still waiting to see what Jill had for what she wanted to try to get done today in terms of listing. And if she had anything she could share so we could take a look at it. Oh, Seamus, there we go. Knock, knock. There she is. Good morning.
See, you always keep me in the basement. I'm tired of being in the basement.
You know what? I needed that knock this morning because I was not on StreamYard tab. I was looking at something on YouTube and I'm trying to get the link for Whatnot, and I was not on the StreamYard tab. So, Miss Joni, thanks for coming in.
Miss Jill, Miss Joni and Wes, Victoria, Stacy, everybody's here.
Yeah, we got.
Hi, Bonnie. Bonnie's not here, so I texted Bonnie. She at 7:30 just got to the hospital, and she was waiting to get to go in. So, all that in a nutshell.
Good. I opened the show today with, hoping Bonnie had a good day. Wes, is that a trick to lure us into Whatnot? I don't know. It's something they offer for us as sellers to offer to the buyers. So anybody that has anybody who wants to purchase gets $10 credit off their first purchase. So.
Right, Wes? I haven't seen you in forever, in a day. Not liking this.
He followed an owl in. He said he followed some crazy owl. Those were his words. So,
oh, he did. Was the owl here?
Said. I haven't seen her.
Oh.
I think it makes a huge difference, Jill. The new camera, it does. I hope it works out for you. And it's absolutely amazing what, like the capabilities of a camera phone are these days. So, I was talking to Robin the other day about something, and she said she does a lot of her video editing, which she does for all of their channels and stuff, on her phone, which is just amazing. But hopefully that new camera helps Jill. There's your motivation, Jill. Test out your new camera.
Come up here. Test it out. Come on, Jill.
There you go. See, Susanna, come on up. Miss Joni, are you guys having a sale an auction on Saturday?
Who?
Miss Joni.
Oh, they always have their auction on Saturday.
Go ahead and drop that link if you want. Such a great show every week. I learned so much from watching those shows. I think you guys iPhone or Android users with your new phones? Robin is overrated. I don't.
Stacy says suspects. Why? What's usual?
I don't know. I disagree, Wes. I think she does such great work, and I know you're joking there, but man, she uh, she does some amazing stuff.
Wes, she really does. You know, if you're nice to her, she'll put hair on your head.
She and Wes, I was wondering, are you? I got to check your channel, Wes. How many subs do you have now? Are you working backwards like you want to? You are at Wes
One
is
six.
at 164. It's way too many. Way too many.
Did anyone see Just Me, Kathy?
No,
No.
actually, Wes and I were just talking about that too. He said he hasn't seen her today yet. I hope she's doing
Jill?
okay.
I'm looking up and it sounds like, oh, Annie, if you're out there, I see you, honey. That Jill needs some motivation.
That's I know, and I've been trying to.
Hmm.
Is it me or is Susanna cutting in and out with the audio? I can see that she's talking, but I can only, it's very choppy, and I'm not sure if that's me or if it's her.
I hear you just fine.
I know it was just your audio. It was choppy. Now you're fine. I didn't know if it was just a. So I okay, good. Then it must be mine. Say something, Susanna.
Something.
There we. Excellent. All right. The well, yeah, it's kind of hard when you're in two different places, Stacy, to know exactly when the other person's going to talk. I found some taking pics. All right. So again, are you guys your new phone people? Are you iPhone or Android people? I'm an Android guy, 100%. I don't care for the iPhone stuff.
iPhone. Here.
You're an iPhone,
Yeah, I've always had iPhone.
and I think it's just what you get used to. But
Yeah.
at one point, I had a work phone. The office issued it to me, and it was an iPhone, and I hated it because I had to carry two phones, and one mine was an Android, and the work one was a iPhone, so I had the two Android users there, three. There we go. Um, but having two different phones on two different platforms like that was a pain trying to keep track of how to do everything on each phone.
My boys are Android users. My daughter is an iPhone, but my boys swear by the Android. They don't like the iPhone.
Yeah, that's how I am. I try not to mix and match too much because then I just get confused.
Terry,
Anthony, good morning.
Anthony, when you have a chance, Anthony is not blue.
Anthony's wrench. There he is. There's your wrench, Anthony. Thanks for coming in. Feel free to drop your link. When's your next auction, Anthony? Sunday night, maybe? There's Terry. iPhone. I was saying earlier, Terry, I have not forgotten about you. I have not forgotten about you, and I need to find a date. And it seems like every time something looks open on the calendar, before I can like move on it, it gets added. Something else gets added in because we use a shared calendar, or else we would never know where everyone is. But Friday at 8 o'clock. Okay. Uh, Go ahead and feel free to post that link, Anthony. Anthony has some great stuff, some great
Yeah.
cards, great toys, great prices,
How can
offers
I
free
not?
shipping.
How can I have
What's that?
not have been sub to Anthony? What the?
I don't know.
I've subbed to Anthony when he was on the marathon. I subbed to him.
I
How
don't know.
can I not be? So I just
There's the
subbed. That's crazy.
yeah. He has some. I enjoy watching his shows. He has some really great stuff. Um, and he was on with Callie Reseller Lewis the other night, Tuesday night, and another great show there too. So
Anthony, you need to send me your itinerary for the week, my dear.
yeah, Anthony, if you Susanna does a community on Sunday afternoon or Sundays sometime. I won't say Sunday afternoons. She sends out an email asking for everybody's schedule for the coming week. And then on Mondays at 10 o'clock, she does her community news where she announces all that stuff. And it's a great way to get your stuff out there, hear what other people are doing, uh, find some channels to follow if you're not already following, and um, just another way to promote everybody's stuff and kind of keep track of what everyone's doing, because there's so much. And I do appreciate everyone that's here, because I say this everywhere, people have choices, and I'm happy that you made the choice to spend a few minutes with us here. So
Here, I just put my email in there.
there you go. So yeah, shoot her an email, Anthony, and she'll add you to the list for the mass emailing on which goes out on Sunday usually sometime, and then you just reply, and it on Mondays at 10 o'clock you're on the list, and you get added to the announcement section, or the announcements of her show.
I just went in and I put the reminder on for Anthony's show tomorrow, his auction.
Good. You're going to be flipping back and forth between Anthony and my Whatnot show, right, Susanna?
Oh yeah.
I don't believe you.
You know what it is with the Whatnot? I have every single good intention, right? But it's so, because it's out of the norm for me. It's like, look, hold on. What time is the show tomorrow night on Whatnot?
Mine is 8:30. Mine is, and I will share the stream. Let's see if it worked. What are you selling? Jewelry tomorrow, Terry. I also have, tomorrow's jewelry, all jewelry. Saturday, May 28th at 1 o'clock is the Snoopy Charlie Brown Peanuts auction. And so that, preparing for that, but there will be a couple others in between tomorrow and the 28th. But I got the 28th one scheduled because it's going to be I want to promote that real well and get some videos out on it and give people time to bookmark it. Let's see. It says I copied the link. Let's see if it actually worked. There we go. Here's the link. Yeah. Anthony got approved. That's, you're debating. Anthony, a couple things. So there's, it's a lot of fun. You can move a lot of stuff. You can't compare eBay to Whatnot, though. You can't go in saying, well, I could have sold this on eBay for $50. It's two different strategies. You really can't compare like that. It has to be more about moving product, giving a good deal, interacting with with your audience, whoever's in your live stream or your chat or whatever it's called. But I see a lot of people, and in fact, there's a Facebook group out there now, Whatnot Resellers, and it's run by Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter, who also runs the Reselling Resource Facebook group. And there was somebody in there that was trying to sell high-end Star Wars figures the other day, and starting them at $50 a piece, and he didn't do very well in his Whatnot auction. And that's not how Whatnot. I mean, you got to have a huge following to start things at $50, and that's so you got to. It's a whole different mindset, different way of sourcing, different way of different approach, different business model. Um, it's not a comparison to eBay. It's not a fair comparison from a business standpoint. From a buyer standpoint, I think it's a fair comparison. You can go on there and find things that you want to buy or collect or whatever, and you can buy them. But from a seller standpoint, definitely a different mindset. Mr. Jim, thanks for coming in. How do I like Whatnot? Oh, okay, yeah, I love it. It is allowing me to. So you have to the the difference, right? You have to think about how long it takes you to list something on eBay. The pictures, the item descriptions, the shipping profiles, the uh, you know, all of that stuff that you have to put into eBay is you don't have to do in Whatnot. So you have to take your time. You have to consider what your time is worth when you're selling something on Whatnot. Because if you sell something for $20 on eBay and it took you 15 minutes to list it, and you can sell it in a minute and a half on Whatnot for a little bit less, you kind of have to start doing the math to figure out what your time is worth and what you really want to get out of it. And the fees are so it's a flat 8%, and then that's Whatnot's share, and then they, just like every other platform, the payment processing is the 2.9% plus 30 cents per transaction. So if you sell something for $1, it works out that you end up profiting like 59 cents is what it comes out to. And then it goes up, it's more from there. It's that 30 cents that kills you on the lower end. It kills you in terms of percentage of your sale on the lower end stuff. But so if you sell something for $1, you make 59 cents. You then have to take your cost of goods in, your cost of your envelope, your shipping label, your tape, all that other stuff. You're really not, unless you got the item for absolute free, you're still only making about 50% on that. No, not bad. The fees aren't bad at all. And it's fast paced. That's the other thing. It's really fast paced. That's what you could put something up on eBay today and it might not sell for 4 months. Even if it's $100 item, you might wait 4 months for it to sell. And you gotta, you have to decide if you want to wait the 4 months for it to sell for 100 minus the eBay fees, or if you want to try to sell it for less than that on Whatnot and get rid of it in a minute and a half. That's the mindset difference, and it's a tough mindset difference. It really was for me, because I'm the eBay guy. I'm the, my room here is set up to list and store until it sells. And if I've got some stuff on here, in my shelves behind me and stuff that have been listed forever, and I'm just waiting for that right buyer to come in. But I'm going to do a plush auction on Whatnot soon, and while I could list all of the plush that I have probably today and tomorrow, that doesn't always sell all that fast. So, or I could get rid of 2 big bags full of it in 2 hours, and make a little bit of money back. So that's my take. I am by no means an expert at it. I haven't, there are people out there that are crushing it. The baseball sports card people, there was someone that posted in the Whatnot Facebook group the other day that in 12 hours, 8 p.m. to 11 or 7 a.m., so 11 hours, made $500,000 gross. That's before fees and shipping, or fees and everything else, but like high-end sports card stuff. And they showed it was like $490,000 in 11 hours. I don't have that. I don't have that kind of inventory. I don't have that. I would not take that kind of risk in purchasing that kind of inventory. But, to some, they're absolutely crushing it. And then, to be fair, there are also people posting that they've done a few shows and they're about ready to walk away, because their sales are slow and it's taking a lot of time to set up the auction, and then they don't get too many people. That's um, that's part of it. I think they're growing. I think Whatnot is growing, and they're doing well. But it hasn't grown to the point for like the vintage uh, sellers yet. The one-off pieces that do well on eBay and Etsy and stuff like that, but it's not the crowd yet for Whatnot. Um, it's because it started out being like Funko Pops, action figures, sports cards, um, kind of exclusively, and then now they're expanding into other categories. They even have a food category now, which I'm not sure how they do. Um, I'm not sure how they allow people, like they'll have people be baking stuff on screen and then sell their dozen cookies, or um, they have raspberry flavored Kit Kats I saw the other day, which just sound gross to me, but people were buying raspberry flavored Kit Kats, and I don't know how they're doing that with the food and the safety and the sanitation piece. Uh, well, and Terry, that's part of it. You gotta. It's just like anything. When you start on eBay, right? You don't have any listings, and you list your first 5 things, and it takes a while to get a sale. You got to build a following. You got to promote your stuff. It it's got it's People aren't going to come to you per se unless you're selling those high end sports cards or high end comic books type of thing. You've got to promote your stuff and get it out there, and then bring the product. Um, there's a couple different ways to set up Whatnot, and you can set up your items on the fly, which is just too much stress for me. You can set them up as generic. You can say item 1, item 2, item 3, and just run them. Or you can set them up like I do. Like I have a Crown Tafari brooch, and then I take a picture of it and upload the picture, so anybody can see they can go into my stream, the thumbnail for my stream on Whatnot, and go through and see all 105 items that I have listed, and get an idea of whether or not they want to come in. I like that. I like seeing that as a buyer. I don't like the surprise so much. The surprise piece to me is like going to a live auction and missing the preview. So you're just sitting in the audience, and just whatever comes up from the auctioneer, you're taking your chances on. I don't like to buy like that. I like to go early to the preview, make a list, see what I like, watch the things. So that's the difference. But that was a long way of saying how I like Whatnot, what's out there. You still with me, Susanna? Susanna? Nope, she's gone. Um, the other thing that you can do on Whatnot that I like, I have not done yet, but I want to try it, is you can invite a co-host. So basically, it's like a YouTube auction, right?
Here I am.
You bring someone on to help you. Now it's not their account; it's all your stuff that you're selling. But you bring someone on, and it's kind of like what Susanna and I are doing right here. We're talking, and it just adds to the conversation, and somebody else to watch the chat, because the chat flies.
Yes.
You get notifications when someone joins your live stream, and if you go in and out 5 or 6 times, you get that same notification every time they come back in. Susanna joined your stream. Susanna joined your stream. Susanna joined your stream. And so that the substance chat is hard sometimes to follow, because you're stuck in a lot of that who joined, which of course you're trying to welcome them in and say hello and thanks for coming. It's a lot of, I have not gotten to the point where it's like a calming thing for me. It's a go. And even if you're slow down in how you're showing, there's still so much that in my case, so much that's going on while the item's being shown, talking about it. I'm getting the next item set up. I'm getting the previous item, you know, so they don't lose track of where that is or whatever. It's a lot of work, but it's so much fun, and I can move a lot of stuff. So
I love to auction when there's 3 or 4 people on. I really do. I don't like to auction when there's only two. I I just don't. I don't know why. I just don't.
I wonder
I'm
why. To you think just because of the socialization piece, Susanna? And that's a big piece to it. That's a huge piece to it all.
I think so because I mean I like to auction, of course. I like to auction. I like to make money, of course. That's a no brainer. But I also love to talk to people when they're in the chat. I really do. And I think if there's two of us, like you just said, one's showing and the other one's getting ready to show stuff and putting stuff up and da 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 back and forth, you miss a lot of the chat.
That's true. That's true.
And I what I like to do is I hope I do it is I hope I make everyone feel welcomed because it's not just I don't look at it as just my chat. It's not my chat. It's our chat.
Well, right, and the I don't have my channel here this morning, right? I don't have a chat without people in the chat. So
Right.
you know, people aren't going to chat if they don't feel welcome or whatever. So
Yeah. And if you have the two people, I I tend to lose a lot of it because of, you're getting your stuff ready, you're marking stuff down. And if you have 3 or 4 people, that gives you more time in between to get your stuff ready and,
yep.
and just look at the chat and just talk to the chat or even help sell the item for the person because I like doing that.
Like our chat now has been quiet for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's quiet. They all left. I came up, they all left.
That's not true.
That's true. See, Terry, you're afraid that nobody will come. Everybody will leave when I show up.
It's not true. Terry, it, I don't know how to answer that because on YouTube anyway, it is so hit or miss, right? If you don't have a regular show, and I'll use JJ or Mr. Bislot, Mr. Bislot every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 1 o'clock. There's a set time. Pam's Pam's auctioning for him now, and he's got the volume to do shows that often and for 3 or 4 hours at a time. Uh,
Hmm.
Most of us don't. So
Right.
we either we either have to partner with people that will bring enough people, um, or it or this is unfortunate, but or you have to start in a way where your prices are so low that it attracts people, and I don't like that because nobody's
Right.
in this business to lose money, right?
Ex-
You can you may not make as much profit as you want to, but I think giving away outside of a planned giveaway where you're giving it away for free as an incentive, but when I say giveaway, I mean giving it away for less than you paid or less than you can afford to give it away for. I don't think that makes on every item just to get people to an auction. That does not make sense from a business standpoint. So
But then you also have to think of too, are you going to bring one item and put a price on it that that price is being sold on eBay? No, to me, no.
you can't.
For resellers, there's no. I can't understand that somebody showing something for $30, one item, right, and it's selling on eBay for $30.
Right.
I,
Well,
resellers, you're not going to make money on it. They're not going to buy it, so
right.
you have to price your stuff accordingly too. I don't know. That's touching on a subject that I see a lot of people do is that not a lot of people, some people, they put an item in it's so expensive and I've done it a couple of times. I've done it, and but they and it's so hard too when knowing your customers that are in the chat. Do they want a a lot to a reseller's lot, or do they want one-offs?
Right. Yeah, it is hard, and you let's say you sell jewelry, right? You're selling jewelry, and you have some great pieces, and um, awesome brand name pieces, new with tags, whatever, uh, beautiful stones. If you don't have your jewelry people in that auction that night,
That you're done.
right, then you're done. Yeah, um, it's like just like pottery. You try to sell pottery, and you don't have your few pottery sellers or
Mhm.
buyers in the chat, and then you're not selling pottery that day on a YouTube auction. So
No, but then it's so hard too because some people might waver back and forth. Oh, you know, they're a jewelry person, but hey, today I want to buy,
right.
pottery, glass, or whatever. So it's it's hard. It is hard.
And I've said this before too. I think it's hard on both sides because of shipping too. Um, so if you offer plus shipping, right, the it's hard because the buyer doesn't always know what your shipping cost is going to be when they're bidding. That
Hmm.
right. If you offer free shipping, then you have to start your prices a little higher, which can be a
Right.
disincentive for people to buy as well. So
Mhm.
it's a huge catch-22 with shipping. Um,
It is because if you have to include your shipping price to
right.
what you're selling, and then you also want to include the price what you want for that item,
Exactly.
that could be, the person's going to say, well, that's too expensive. Well, shipping is included, but you're still adding a couple of more dollars or whatever the case may be to that item so you can at least recuperate some money.
Right. Yeah. And again, the people that are successful in it have the volume to do it over. Um, have the volume to do it and push the volume out and still make the money like that. Whether it's and it's funny. A lot of the bigger ones, Mr. Buys a lot. JJ's at $30. Westside Gary's has a pretty big auction. Um, Callie, reseller Callie Lewis. Um, who am I missing? But they are all free shipping, or T and Donna, auctions for you, and then Donna Bonalino, and I believe they're still at $30. But again, if you think about the volume that they're bringing, they find a way to make it work. But I don't. Not everyone has the ability to buy out comic book stores or, uh, estates and stuff like that. So it's free ship brings more buyers. I see. Rhonda and I have talked about that over and over and over. I am. Good morning, Rhonda. Um, I was surprised to see Rhonda without. I forget that. I don't know if she can play her intro there or not. Um,
No, she has
but
to be, you
I uh, I
more
agree. Rhonda
beautiful.
and I have talked about that over and over about free shipping, and um, I think it does bring buyers, and I need to find more time to
You
not
know,
more time. I need to balance it out so that I auction more often on YouTube and bring more stuff. Again, I'm trying to organize. What I want to do is gut this room, take everything out of it, and then start putting back slowly in area. Okay, this is the whatnot area. This is the few things that I'm going to keep putting on eBay, and this is the YouTube auction area. Because right now it's kind of all mixed up, and that's just I think it's a function of not volume in terms of just a function of stuff. Other than, and I need to move on that stuff. So there's
so
the owl. Yeah,
could
Rhonda West said he followed some crazy owl in here today, or some crazy owl told him to come in here. So
should I put like a $10 minimum on my shipping? Like if it's going to cost them less than $10, it's whatever the price is. But if it's going to cost more than 10, their flat rate is going to be 10 for shipping.
Well, and that's an approach too. Some people do a flat, no matter how much you buy, it's X number of dollars for shipping for that auction, right? Um, so I think what that does is cover if you have, if someone buys $100 worth of stuff, it basically comes out to free shipping, right? But if someone buys that $3 item, the $5 flat, $5, $10 shipping or whatever it is, it covers those smaller end if that's all
Right.
they buy. But
No, no, I'm saying if they're purchasing something for $3 and you have a $10, you know, max of what they're going to be paying for shipping. If it only costs $3 to ship, that's what you're charging them, is the $3 to ship.
yeah, I mean, there are a million different approaches to it. There absolutely are. And I think, well, my personal opinion, you've got to make it simple for the buyer, right? They don't want to. Nobody wants to try to have to figure out um, midstream whether it's going to cost them $3 or $7 or $10 while they're bidding. That's why I think a lot of people that um, they don't mind calculated shipping because they have it in their head. It's like, okay, if I buy this necklace, I know it's going to cost me about $4. Um, if I is, and I think that's fine as long as sellers if you buy 10 necklaces from somebody, you aren't charging me $40 for shipping, because I know darn well it doesn't cost $40 to ship 10
Hell
necklaces.
no.
But there are people out there that'll do that who don't combine correctly, and that drives me nuts because um, I you gotta make it simple. And again, in my opinion, it's not for everybody. It's not the um, I don't begrudge anybody that does it any differently, but I Rhonda had said, Bobby, good morning. Rhonda had said free
Bob.
shipping brings buyers, and I agree with that, and that's why I offer free shipping on all of my on eBay, on YouTube. I can't on Whatnot. Whatnot does not allow for that, but their shipping is pretty darn easy to understand. So um, that's my big thing: is you need to make it so that you as the seller can easily process it, and then it's simple for the buyer. That's how I look at shipping. Um,
Hmm.
but again, not every approach is right for everybody, because of sometimes it's of the things you sell, right? If I was selling bricks, um, I couldn't sell them at $2 in free shipping because it's going to cost more than $2 to ship a brick anywhere.
Right.
If you're selling earrings, well, then what, Susanna? If you sold a pair of earrings, right, just as an example, and you said let's start at $1, and someone bids two, and then it's going to cost, you got to ship it to Texas, so it's going to cost you from Massachusetts, $3.72 to send it to Texas.
Hmm.
Um, do you think do you think there'd be any difference in starting it at $6? Do you think you'd have less buyers, $6 free shipping, as opposed
Um,
to
hmm,
2 plus?
I don't know. I really honestly don't know.
But now, see, here's the downside to that. The downside to offering free shipping: if I offer earrings at $6 a piece, no, let me rephrase that. You offer them at $2 a piece plus shipping. So the
Yeah.
first pair is going to cost you $4. You can probably ship two pair of earrings for that same $4 without going over the weight. So you start shipping 10 pairs of earrings, maybe it costs them $7 in shipping. I'm making that up. Whereas I'm selling $6, $6, $6, $6. You're actually paying for it every time, but people know right away what they're getting. Um,
Hmm.
'Cause
You're actually making more money if you keep selling them at $6.
you are, yes, um, and but buyers understand that as well too. So you have to. That's why you have to bring. This is the balance. You have to bring things that are, like you said, you don't want to sell something on YouTube for what it would sell for on eBay. So you need to bring you they need to feel like they're getting $6 in value, not $2 in value in the earrings, right?
Hmm. Right.
You'll buy a $6 brick. Okay.
Wes wants a brick. Who's going to throw it at?
Brick of that good.
Yeah. April. Hey, April.
April, good morning.
She needs to be blue when you have a chance.
All right. Let me get to the right tab there.
See, April said, I sell too many hard good items to do free shipping. Rhonda said, not true, April.
Right. I mean, I sell
I
hard goods too, April, and again, you just adjust. It's just an adjustment in your price. Um, and I've heard people say, well, I live in New York, right? And Susanna lives in Massachusetts. So for us to ship to California, it's different. Yeah, I think my opinion on that is there are enough discounted pirate ship and Shippo and all these discounted um, postage things where you can figure out pretty much what something's going to cost to ship. I know, like JJ talks about it, and he can ship his boxes somewhere between, as long as it doesn't get adjusted by the carrier. But
would think.
under normal circumstances, the I can tell you pretty much what something's going to ship anywhere really quickly, just because I've been doing it a long time. But
Hmm. Oh,
okay, need coffee, IV before JJ starts.
I really want to have that show, the JJ and you together, because I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Give a so We got April thinking. Um, when you say give a minimum, Robin or Rhonda, do you mean like JJ's $30 free shipping after $30 type of thing? Is that what you mean by give a minimum? I think so, but the
Put it in the works. I have, but I keep getting. Um, JJ is really, really, really busy right now, so it's hard because he has all these estates and stuff. So right, minimum dollars for free ship.
yep. I and so I've talked. Dee Dee was on my channel the other day. We sold, and we didn't get a lot of people, but I had talked to Dee Dee, and I believe JJ does this too. Rhonda, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know like Lewis does and Gary. If you go on their shows to auction, um, you know, JJ's a free shipping auction site, right? Up to after $30. And I think he expects his guests, or would like his guests to do that as well. And so I talked to Dee Dee. She offered free shipping. I've talked to Terry. She's considering that when she comes on. Um, and I think it's just because again, keeping it simple for the buyer. They're not saying, who am I buying from? How's the shipping working on this one? Um, that it's unfortunate. This is, I'm a buyer, right? I'm a buyer just as much as I am a seller. So when I'm a seller, I'm smart and savvy and numbers. I got the numbers all figured out. And when I'm a buyer, I'm just a a bump on a log that needs it as simple as possible, because I don't want to be figuring that stuff out when I'm buying. Um,
Mhm.
and I think we're all like that. We kind of have two different mindsets. I sit on the couch, I buy, I want to know in my head what it's going to cost me at the end. What's my invoice going to be for, or what do I have to pay for immediately? However it's set up. Um, we have tried to buy we have tried buy 50 in merchandise and get free shipping from both Jeff and I, and it hasn't worked in the past. Now I'm rethinking it and open to ideas. Yeah, I don't know where the $30 came from. I believe that JJ was one of the first. Donna and T implemented $30 early on. Um,
No, I think JJ. I heard it first on JJ.
JJ, so I don't know where that threshold comes in. Why is it 30 and not 25 or 40? or 50. I don't know. So there's some business model doesn't that seems to make sense at $30. And um, you know, that's probably, no kidding, for everybody, that's probably going to change as postage goes.
Right?
At $30, you could usually assume you could ship a 14 by 14 by 14 box across the country for $10 to $12. As that $10 to $12 becomes $15 to $18 just because of price increases, that $30 is going to have to. Um,
I like the idea of a minimum, but when the shipping keeps going up, that makes it tough to do it consistently. Right, Krista?
yeah.
You
Well,
are 100% right.
right. And if you watch JJ, and I don't want to speak for him, but and if I'm wrong here, someone please correct me. But I believe he's committed at least through the end of the year for the $30, as a really, what that is a great incentive for us buyers and viewers. Um, he's committed to that, and as prices go up, but you're right, as prices go up, it's hard to do. Um, and I think that comes down to sourcing. To be 100% honest, that comes down to sourcing. I see so many people trying to they buy something at a yard sale, let's say for $5, and then they try to sell it even on eBay for 13, and they get upset when, I'm sorry, Rhonda, I said selling something for 13. They sell it for $14 because they don't allow that $13 sale. Um, they sell it for $14, and then after fees and shipping and everything else, they're netting 7, so they're really making $2. That's not a lot of, for all of the effort that goes into listing something and shipping something and on eBay. That's not $2 on every item, right? If you do that every once in a while, it happens. But if you do that on every item, it's not worth the time. When you sit down and start figuring hourly rate on something like that, you're pennies to the hour. So that's why I think it's sourcing. And to be honest, I've stopped sourcing the one-off stuff unless it's um, I know I can sell it in, you know 90 days or less, or I know that there's a market based on the people that come watch our YouTube auctions, right? The usuals that come into our auctions. If there's somebody that I know that collects a certain thing, or
Hmm.
it's a quick mover, I stop sourcing in the one-off stuff. Um, Bulk, buying in bulk, buying in large quantities, um, the best I can, right? Again, I'm not. It's not like I can go out and buy out comic book stores or something like that. I don't have the capital for that. But I try to go larger volume purchases than the one off stuff to resell. I
Yeah,
still buy one off stuff for myself, for the kids, for my wife, for a collection. That's different. That's a completely
that's different.
different mindset.
Yeah,
But from a reselling standpoint, I try not to, you know, like, that's like going to Goodwill and trying to, and finding one sweatshirt to resell it. That's tough. I mean, you might find a good one every once in a while, but I have more luck at like a yard sale that's selling clothes for $1 a piece, and they have, a stack of them, and they're willing to, if I say, hey, I'll take all of them, they end up giving them to me for 50 cents a piece, type of thing. I can do better that way than
yeah.
um, but so back to the shipping. I know JJ is going to be on in just a few minutes, so I want to make sure everyone gets over to JJ in time. Um, but back to the shipping, I keep it simple. I offer free shipping on every site that I'm allowed to. Um, I think it does bring more buyers. I think it you have to be on top of the shipping cost to get to Krista's point. You really have to be on top of that shipping costs, and know what it's going to cost you so that you don't lose money. I say this on eBay forums a lot, that the biggest the biggest learning curve to reselling is shipping, um, because there are so many different options, right? Not only is there UPS and FedEx and UPS and all of that, but then just look at the post office. There's first class, priority, media mail, regional rate stuff, express stuff, um, dimensional weights, flat rate shipping, all of that stuff, and it's hard to keep track of that. It really is hard to keep track of all that, but I think that's the learning curve. And I tell people so I'm a moderator in Dominic's reselling resource group. It's 30,000 people. That's all about reselling. I'm one of the six or seven of us are moderators, and people ask all the time about what to do. And my advice always is stop listing for 2 weeks and learn about shipping. Really learn the shipping. Understand what all of those words that I just said a few seconds ago, what they mean, how they work, what the costs are, what the zones mean, and for the post office. Once you kind of have a good handle on that, then go back to listing. And I think a lot of people are surprised at how much how much it helps their reselling business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is. JJ is going to be on in 2 minutes. Any final thoughts before we go? Happy Mother's Day to everyone on Sunday. Whether you're a mother or not, enjoy the weekend. And I will see everybody on Tuesday for this show, Listing and Laughing Live. And again, if you're around and want to hang out, 8:30 tomorrow for the jewelry whatnot auction. It's going to be $1 and $2 and $3 starts on everything. And don't forget, after you buy the first item, shipping on every additional item after that is only $1. Those are Whatnot's rules. With that, Susanna, anything else?
No, just anybody out there that wants to email me, I put my email in the chat for community news. Let me know what's going on, and so I can promote it on Monday morning.
Yes, don't forget. It's a good way to get your stuff out there. Terry, I haven't forgotten about you. I will get back to you. Thanks, everybody. If you're so inclined, head over to JJ's for selling it out of the estate today. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.